Hey everyone, and welcome back to Open, and we welcome back our next guest, spoken word poet, playwright, actor, director, teaching artist, and cultural entrepreneur, Nicco Diaz. His work explores themes of identity, trauma, body positivity, sexuality, and love. And Nicco has been published in Harvard's Latinx literary journal, Palabritas, and has performed all over NYC, including Queens and Bronx Pride. Most recently, Nicco's self-published his debut poetry collection, Un Ching Ching, and he's written, produced, and directed his debut short play, How Electrons Move, as part of the Hispanic Federation's Fuerza Fest. And most recently is a recipient of the Bronx Council on the Arts 2025 Community Engagement Grant. He's been awfully busy these days lately, mi gente. So here to share more, we welcome back to Open, Nicco Diaz. Hello and welcome.
Thank you for having me. Busy is right. I even walked here. No, I Ubered.
No. But I like the idea of walking. You're like,
Right.
gotta get those pounds in.
Yeah,
pounds off, I should say. Not in, off. Off. And not only that, it's me, I'm all about mindfulness lately.
Yes,
So it's like, a meditative state. I got a quick visual of you like walking over here.
No. It's good for the creative process.
Right.
Like I've been in Woodhill Park is right across 207, and that's where I go to gather myself and get inspired to write some of these awesome poems and plays that I've been doing.
I gotta say, on a personal note, I'm so proud of you, Nicco.
Thank you, Rena.
Yes, because I know it's not easy to really design a life around your creative process, and based on everything that I just shared with everyone, you figured it out. Well, no. Hey, you just got a grant from Bronx Council on the Arts.
Yes.
Right? So that is a testament to you being on the right path.
Thank you.
Yes, because that's all that's missing in the creative process always is the funding, right?
That's right.
Right. So when you're granted the funding to support what you're doing, you're on the right path.
Ashe, when I got that, it was confirmation because I've been rejected many times from BCA, and it gets demoralizing sometimes. You're doing all this work. Does my art matter? Do I matter? And the reason I do art is to prove. I journal to myself all the time. Is like your story matters, and I want to show that to everybody, all the kids that I work with, to all the people that I perform in front of. Like your story matters, and me getting out of my own way is validating your story as well. So, it is. I made that reaction because I'm figuring it out.
Right.
And I think understanding that you're always figuring it out is the journey, is the path.
And so I just also want to say, as a BCA board member, I have nothing to do with that process.
Yes.
We only approve what's been chosen, right?
Yes.
So just so you know, they usually choose people that are from a different borough to decide who's going to be granted.
Beautiful. Okay. So
just
it's like
to remain impartial.
Okay.
So,
definitely.
So there you go.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. I mean, to get recognized with this honor is huge, and to have the funds to facilitate. Because look what I've been able to do with nickels and dimes. Right now, I'm going to have the funds to really blast it out, and I cannot wait to come back and share the project with you because it's all literary. It's all about New Yorican culture. And I'll share that more with you once we have it finalized in the fall. But yeah, it's a huge honor, and I feel blessed, really.
Well, and that brings us to your process of Un Ching Ching, your
yes.
self-published book. So let's start first with why it was so important for you to publish this, because you self-published, and you're very proud of that.
Yes, yeah. I think since I started writing poetry in 2021, I was like, I want to do a chapbook. And everybody was, a lot of it is like self-published, go this way. But even that was daunting to me, and it took me till 2024 to put it out, 3 years to put this book together. And I didn't want to use Amazon. No shade to anybody who goes that route.
Right.
But for me, I wanted it to feel mine, to feel very much a part of the process. And to the point that I made the first 250 copies because the idea of getting a printer to make it was too daunting. So if I looked at it as just another project, something that I took with my hands and
Right.
made myself. This is actually the first
Right.
prototype.
Yes,
You
just
can
show
see
it to our viewers.
it's had a life, but it's been through, and I've traveled the world with this book.
Right. Just hold it up for them
Yeah.
so that they see that that is your first
Yeah.
version of it, right?
this is-
this is your draft.
This is my draft. I made this in January of 2024.
And then now,
And so now then I refined it and,
Right.
and worked on it. And so this is my personal copy that I read with me at different events. And then this got too untenable to keep doing this. And so now I got it printed.
and now it's in print.
So it's in print, and this is still self-published.
right, but it still has the same concept. You're just
Yeah,
covering
yeah, yeah.
up.
Sorry, yeah.
So,
yeah, and Viajedo, a famous New Rican artist, designed the cover for me, All Love. So it's been a real journey just making it, and then now spreading it out throughout the world has been all self-starting. So yeah, it's beautiful.
and thank you so much for sharing that, because that within itself is poetic, right? The process of it.
Yeah.
Because it shows how much it matters to you.
Yeah.
And the care that was put into it.
Yeah.
Right. So let's talk about the work that's inside of it.
Yeah. Well, it's catalogs my first 3 years of writing after a 10 years writer block. Before the pandemic, I was working in education nonprofits, not an artist at all. Like I was like, oh, I'm going to be, a CEO of my own nonprofit one day. And then pandemic hit, lost my job, unemployed like everybody else. And in that space of finding myself and my voice again, who am I without all of the six-figure salary, the sexy title? I'm an artist, I'm a creative, and that's how I healed myself. And this is that journey in pages. Me finding myself, finding my voice, shedding toxic relationships, healing at its core. So this is that journey, first 3 years. And yeah, I'm really proud of the work that went into it.
Yeah, and it's a human story, right?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
It's relatable.
Very, yeah.
It's relatable, and it's also an urban story. I have to put that in there because
Yeah.
I think it's so important that we understand the value of our stories,
Yeah.
right? And so that anybody who is may not be a reader, right? And I say this, with the utmost sincerity, and like, these are the kind of books that you pick up to start enrolling yourself into understanding how you can escape through words and experiencing somebody else's thoughts.
Yeah, 100%. And, particularly as like a queer Afro-Latino man, it talks about feeling the pressures of machismo and being a leader, being strong, but having such tenderness, vulnerability, and love for not just other men, but my family, friends. And so it's really me exposing myself, in a very like PC way, but like vulnerably, like to the world. Like, this is who I am, this is my voice. And looking back, like, there's a lot of poems in here that I don't love, but they were my voice at this time. And so it was important for me to be honest and treat it not just like this is my masterpiece, but this is a time capsule of who I was as an artist.
Right.
And so it took out and a big thing is an errand against perfectionism, which is so rooted in white supremacy and a lot of things that keep our people down. But our people are about always like, it's a mess, but it's beautiful. You know, how many times have you been to a baby shower that was thrown the week of, right? But it's a beautiful mess.
Right.
And that's what I am.
Y con orgullo.
Yeah,
y
very
con orgullo.
pride. It's Pride Month.
Eso
So.
se llama sancocho.
Exactly.
Ya tú sabes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we're going to get a taste of it.
I
ya
can't wait.
mismo.
Yes,
All
definitely.
Right.
I can't
All right, okay, you guys, that was wonderful, and I know we can keep going. Pero Nico's
Definitely.
going to perform for us.
Yes.
So we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere because he's going to perform
Definitely.
right after. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Open, here now to perform. Let's give it up for Nicco Diaz.
When I was straight. When I think about the past and who I was trying to be, all I can do is laugh because I wasn't really me. I wasn't really free. I couldn't really see the truth, the beauty, divinely decreed, let there be light. So God made me, split the dark from the bright, cleave the night from the day, made me in his image, made me gay. Swing, Back when I was a kid, I loved the swings in city parks. Not always a guarantee. So if I saw one, the impulse to run would strike me like a fósforo against the side of a matchbox, but false promise. All I smell is smoke, no flame, as shame consumed me from the threat of watchful eyes. Look at this fat boy, fairy boy running for the swings. Let's mess with him, poke fun, teach him to bury himself alive, slap his limp wrist, stab his sissiness, teach him to be a man by killing the girliness in his boyhood. So I'd stand still and ease my way to an empty swing. But then it was me and swing. Extra special if it was the solid rectangle versus the rubbery semicircle that warped to your butt. And then I began walking backward. The one time I was allowed to be on my tippy toes outside my bedroom when I was alone, where I'd pretend to be a ballerina. And then I'd let it rip. Forward and backward, higher and higher, defying gravity. Who knew a kid so fat, so fruity could fly so high and kiss the sun? Now, as an adult, I ask myself that same question every day. Who knew a kid so fat, so fruity could fly so high and kiss the sun? And I still love swings, swinging things that make me sing a song of fire, a song of free, never forgetting that feeling, that glee, feet scraping clouds, smiling at concrete, turning the world upside down with one fell swing. Poem. Thank you, Rena, for having me.
No, thank you. I love it, love it, love
Yes.
it. Love all the layers in it. Mi gente, Nicco Diaz. Okay, yeah, and we are swinging
Yes.
into the next segment.
And I have a gift for you.
You have a gift for me, you do?
Yes, a little pin.
Of
Atabe.
Atabe. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Shout out to
Thank you, Nicco.
Pinchazo. Got that this weekend at the Loisaida Festival. And it's a pin Atabe. Atabe is the divine feminine represented in the Taino people. And Rena, when I think of you, I think of the divine feminine and that power. So thank you for nurturing me. Thank you for being a poetic mother to me. And thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate you.
Oh my gosh, I'm taking that in deeply. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Thank you
got
for
you.
representing us.
Gotta do it.
Next generation. Not only the next generation of Afro-Boricuanes, the next generation of pride.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Orgullo. Pa'lante siempre.
And you already know I'm the madrina of all
Yes.
that. All of it. Inclusivity is how we live and how we build and how we grow and
Yes.
how we win.
Yes.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
Nicco.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I'm really, ay, Dios mío.
It's so pretty,
Making me
yeah.
feel like a madre.
Yeah, you are.
Somebody called me a maven the other day.
A
and
maven?
A maven. They said I'm a maven.
I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah, but that's what you just made me feel.
Yes.
So now I'm being validated in that way. Oh my gosh, how
Yes.
beautiful. Thank you.
Yes,
all
thank
right,
you,
all
thank
right,
you.
all right. The Love Fest se tiene que terminar.
Yes,
we
it
gotta move
always
to the next
happens.
segment.
Yeah.
Oh, Dios mío. Nicco Diaz, everybody. Once
you,
again,
thank you,
follow
thank you.
Nicco on Instagram at NiccoDiaz.nyc. All right, stay tuned. There's more open when we return.
Thank you. Thank you.
Qué lindo.